Hey friends, welcome back to Rita Talks. I'm Rita, and on this YouTube channel I just share some of the thoughts that uh, I don't know, my brain is broken. um, some of the things that I've been thinking about, some of the stuff that's been going on in my life. And in today's video, I just want to talk about how, like, this crazy hectic day that I've had, which was fun but also really, really tiring. So basically, the day started out with me waking up at like 7 a.m. to catch my train and get to the office in time because we're gonna have this day, this deliver results day with the team, where we basically, uh, focus on reflecting on the deliverables, the things that we've been working on, and how we can improve those, and basically understanding like our system better, the system that we work on, just to iron out some loose ends basically, and like just have a wider picture view, and make sure that everyone in the team understands aspects that they don't necessarily work on, because this system that we work on is a very large system, and it does help to see the big picture view, because it's really easy to get lost in the details. So basically in the morning I hosted this session to go over our flow and basically like the whole system with the team. And it was, I think it was cool because it helped reinforce this knowledge in my head. But it also, I think, helped some of the new joiners. I mean, not necessarily new joiners, they've joined over the past year a little bit more than that. But yeah, hopefully it helps them. But also some people who have been in the team for a while don't necessarily work on other aspects. So it helps to just get that information, and like just have an environment where it's safe to ask questions and not know, and basically learn about these topics, and maybe go into areas that we haven't necessarily explored before. So that was actually quite fun in the morning. It was fun to host it and like get everyone to participate and all of this stuff. That's one thing. Another thing is that I had a super nice lunch with one of my mentors, and like this I know, I do consider her as my mentor. She's someone I really respect, and um, she's part also of my, like, the women in engineering group that I'm a part of. And it was just good to have lunch. I think we were having some drama in the in this women engineering group, and we were just like discussing last week how to address it, and like how to maybe go about it in the future. And so today we like, that was the main goal of our lunch, is just basically to see a path forward, to figure out how to deal with this situation. Um, but also it was nice to catch up with her because I think we get along quite well, and I really like the conversations with her are like super interesting, and it's super cool to speak with her and learn from her. And also it's nice to have discussions with someone who has, like, who is genuinely a good leader. Like I do believe that she's a humble and like kind and thoughtful leader. That's something that I really admire about her. And basically like uh, she inspires me, and like it's cool to see someone who's a bit ahead of me on the path, and like just get to hang out with them, and like exchange thoughts and ideas, and like just be genuinely excited about the problems that we're trying to solve, and like um, have constructive discussions, and like discussions that basically inspire us to do good work and to have a positive impact on the world. I mean, at least in the area that we that we're working on. So yeah, it was super cool. I think we're gonna set up this maybe monthly lunch where we can just catch up and like have a casual chat and basically talk about ideas and like different stuff that we can implement and like just this kind of stuff. And also like she's super cool and uh, uh, she has two daughters and they're teenagers and becoming adults, and it's really cool to see how basically she's guiding them into their lives. I think she's doing a very good job, and basically, like I think she's a good leader both at work but also with her family. Like it does feel like her daughters trust her and trust her judgment a lot. Mostly because I do feel like she's actually like listening to them and not just basically like I don't know, forcing them to do stuff like most parents do. And I think that's the most important thing is just like as a parent, I try to do this with my kid's sister, where I can basically listen to what she actually has to tell me and not judge her and like be supportive of her. And basically, even though this is my kid sister, she's not actually my daughter, but I do feel a responsibility towards her because she's the baby of the family, and I like she's still my kid baby sister. So I do feel that responsibility towards her, and I try to be basically a good role model for her. And it does help to see that like this mentor of mine basically is doing the same with her daughters, which is probably harder to do than it is for me to do with my kid sister because it's not the same kind of relationship. And also, like, probably you have more responsibility as a parent than you do as a sister. So I'm pretty sure that it's not an easy thing to do, but yeah, I mean, I just admire the way that she handles these situations, and it's like cool to see. So that's something that I was very excited about. I was not expecting, like, basically, it was not part of my plan to have lunch with her, but basically, she messaged me asking whether I was in the office because she wanted to talk about that situation. And basically, I just, proposed maybe we can go for lunch because that would be the only time where I would be available because of this whole team event thing. So yeah, that was super cool. Generally, super grateful for the opportunity to learn from her, and I don't know, just I just find it very inspiring, and I look up to her a lot. So yeah, it's super cool. So that's one thing. After that, went back to work and like basically back to this deliver results day that we were having. And it was nice to have these discussions and basically just hang out with the team and like uh, have a good mood and like maybe bond a bit more with the team, which we don't do very often. But I think today was quite cool. I actually was not like I was not like I end up staying until 10 p.m. with the team, so I was not planning on staying for dinner. So we had this board game thing that was planned plus dinner with the team. I was actually planning on leaving at 6 p.m. because I wanted to come back and go to the gym, and I had this class scheduled that I needed to teach, but I ended up moving it to tomorrow because basically I just decided that these kinds of events don't happen that much. So might as well, stay and like hang out with the team a bit more. Even though just spending the whole day surrounded with people for me is like very draining because I give all my energy. I try to be very positive and like uplifting for people so that just given the fact that I'm an introvert, it takes a lot of energy from my end. So I'm completely exhausted from that. But I think it's worth it. I'm looking forward to, settling back into my peace tomorrow morning, or like tomorrow during the day, and like just actually getting some focused work done. Because today basically I had no focused work. I was not focused. Like, we had some work, but it was not like deep work. The kind of deep work that you do on your own. So that's the goal for tomorrow, is to maximize deep work and just do these things that I need to get to. So yeah, that's pretty much my day. Very I love the days like this where I just get to hang out with people and like just interact with people and like connect with them. And yeah, just like love it when I'm able to form meaningful relationships with the people around me. I just like there is this sense of belonging. The thing is, I like in my specific case, given that I don't really have any real close friends. I mean, I do have some close friends, but like close friends that I see every day, I don't. So it's mostly me most of the time on my own. But then like these kinds of things are the opposite of that, and then there's this whole contrast of being back on my own. That like going from the full day of this today like this, and then going back to being on my own, there is this contrast. Like it kind of reminds me of how Angèle, when she did La Défense, I actually was there. Like her two I was it two or three? I was at one of them. Her two concerts at Paris La Défense Arena. So basically, I think it was two concerts. Basically, 35,000 people per concert. So in total, 70,000 people were there. I was in one of those, and like she was talking about, I think at some point, the contrast between being with 35,000 people and then going back home uh, all alone. It's like this day and night thing, and that's what it feels like in my life. Sometimes it's that I am surrounded by, like, from one moment to the next, I'm surrounded by lots of people with lots of energy and lots of this stuff. But then I just go home and it's just me. Um, and it's just this stark contrast that, sometimes feels really lonely, but also I'm grateful to have it. I mean, obviously, it's not at the same scale as Angèle does. Probably the scale is like 1,000x, probably 3,000x the scale of the amount of the lot. No, how do you say that? The amount of people that I get to interact with on a daily basis. Like for today, it was the team, so around 10 people. And yeah, I mean, for her, it was more like 30, no, 10, my brain. It was more like 3,000 times amount of people that I interacted with today. But yeah, like I think um, I think there's some similarity there. Obviously, it's not at the same scale as is for her, but yeah, 10 people is a lot, especially for an introvert. It's I try to give all my energy, but that's also I get very exhausted and very tired after these things, and I really do need to get back to being on my own just to re-establish this connection with myself. Because when I'm with people, I like to give as much as I can, but then it's good to go back to being alone and really listen to myself, and like listen to my thoughts, and really listen to my actual needs, because when I'm with people I try to focus on them rather than focusing on me, and trying to be present and trying to help them the best way that I can, um, or like inspire them and like bring them joy, and all of these things. Um, but that also does come at a cost, because uh, sometimes that also means not necessarily tuning into your own emotions and putting yourself first in some sense, but that's the whole purpose. But it's also like the reason that I cannot, like, I spend 90% of my time alone and 10% of my time with people, is because I give everything in my that 10%. So I do need to recharge and reconnect with myself, and exist just for the sake of existing for myself, not for the purpose of trying to please other people or like do something else. I mean, that's also an important, like, serving other people is an important aspect of my life, but still I still think that on top of that I do need to, like, I need more time than people think to just actually listen to my inner thoughts and be present with myself without the need for approval from external, uh, like from other people. I was gonna say from external dependencies. Life of an engineer, God. Yeah, this engineering stuff is bleeding into my the rest of my life. I mean, yeah, it is kind of most of my life, if I'm being honest. But yeah, it's kind of funny that engineering terminology comes up when I'm trying to talk about my relationships with other people. So yeah, external dependencies. That's really funny. Anyway, enough engineering jokes. Oh God, how silly is that? Anyway, yeah, I think that's all I wanted to talk about for today. These days are very interesting, and I think I do cherish these relationships that I have so much. They bring me so much, and that's why I try to maintain them. And it's like I realize that everyone is like, we're all human beings, and we all have this deep sense, this deep need for connection, and it's a need that I truly feel, and I think that other people feel, and basically from the fact that I feel it and that I acknowledge it, I'm able to also see it in others and satisfy it in others, because I'm aware of it, because I accept it in myself. And I think that's something that's really helpful in that regard. Being able to identify problems in myself that I can solve for others, like, because these problems are not. I don't know how to explain it, but it's not as if I can solve it for myself, because I cannot control the actions of other people. So all I can do is control my own actions, and I can damn sure make sure that I basically satisfy those needs for connection for other people, and in the process it also makes me inspired, and yeah, it's like just super cool to be able to connect and, like, I don't know, discuss these topics on a deeper level. It's always helpful and inspiring to have these discussions with all sorts of people. So yeah, I don't know if I'm making much sense at the moment. I need some sleep. Anyway, thanks a lot for tuning in today. You can click here to watch my previous video on this channel, so the one right before this one, and you can click here to watch my latest video on the channel overall. I hope you have a fantastic rest of the day, night, whichever time of day it is where you are right now. Bye for now, and I will hopefully see you in the next one. Bye!